Our History, Our Hope by Kyrene Bacchus. We have memorized Guyana, how it was born, who we have become, and where we are going. In ceremonies, in silence, we say the words, telling the stories, and sing the old songs. We like the places they take us to. Mostly we do. We hear our foreparents speak. The rich taste of our struggles is on our tongue. But where are we going? And why? We mean to be the people we want to be. One people, one nation, one destiny. But how will we fashion the future? Only we can say how. We, the children of Guyana's soil. We need to do so now, with waving hands and without a row. We are 6 peoples coming together, and we must not fall apart. We cannot let chaos make its way to our hearts. We cannot let ignorance spread itself. We are too smart. We know what our foreparents did and what we should do to keep our legacy true. We must grow, believing ourselves towards all that we can be. Just, compassionate, equal, and free. The future is in our hands.
Okay, guys, tell me you're not impressed with this young man, and tell me he doesn't remind you of Barack Obama, because he does to me. Kudos, young man, and keep doing what you're doing. All the best. You were very impressive today.
We are one people, one nation, one destiny. Thank you.
Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely. My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya. He grew up herding goats, went to school in a tin roof shack. His father, my grandfather, was a cook, a domestic servant to the British. But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son. Through hard work and perseverance, my father got a scholarship to study in a magical place, America, that shone as a beacon of freedom and opportunity to so many who had come before. While studying here, my father met my mother. She was born in a town on the other side of the world, in Kansas. Her father worked on oil rigs and farms through most of the Depression. The day after Pearl Harbor, my grandfather signed up for duty, joined Patton's army, marched across Europe. Back home, my grandmother raised a baby and went to work on a bomber assembly line. After the war, they studied on the GI Bill, bought a house through FHA, and later moved west, all the way to Hawaii in search of opportunity. And they too had big dreams for their daughter. A common dream born of 2 continents. My parents shared not only an improbable love, they shared an abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation. They would give me an African name, Barack, or Blessed, believing that in a tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success. They imagined me going to the best schools in the land, even though they weren't rich, because in a generous America, you don't have to be rich to achieve your potential. They're both passed away now. And yet I know that on this night, they look down on me with great pride. They stand here, and I stand here today, grateful for the diversity of my heritage, aware that my parents' dreams live on in my 2 precious daughters. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that in no other country on earth is my story even possible.